In a switch statement, we can have multiple tests. When something matches a test, and we'd like to be done testing a specific object and go to the next object in the collection, we use the continue statement inside the script block being run for the matched test. If the match is something that we want to use to end examining the collection, in other words, if we have a collection in our case of 7 objects, and if we find that any of them matches whatever's in other var, when we get that match, when we get to that object, we're going to print out that we found it. And we're going to use the break command. And what break tells switch is don't do any more tests and don't do any more objects. Go to the very end and continue on with the rest of your script. When we run this with a collection of 1 through 7, looking for the 5, the switch command will look at each object in sequence. It'll do the 1, which isn't tested for, so it will run the default. It'll look at 2, which isn't tested for, and it will run the default. It will look at 3, which matches, so it will print out our diagnostic statement and jump to the end of testing. So it goes back to the next object, which is 4, which doesn't match any tests, so the default will run. It'll go get the next object, which is 5, which will match the other var test, because other var in this case has 5 in it. So now it will print this out, and it will jump to the end of the entire switch. No more objects, no more tests. And when it was run, we can see it looked at the 1, it looked at the 2, it looked at the 3, it looked at the 4, and it looked at the 5 and stopped.